Boys and girls, before we get started with today's video, we had an insane giveaway in the last episode, $2,000 worth of suspension parts from Superior Engineering. And we have the winner we're about to select here. So we'll quickly do this and see who we get. It is Jim Johnson. Now the hard thing with YouTube winners is trying to contact them. So Jim, if you're watching this, message me on Instagram, reply to this comment. I will try and find this on the video and contact you, but we will hunt you down and give you your prize. Thanks everyone that entered. Let's get on to this video. For the past 12 months, Mitch and I have been building this 1996 GQ Patrol. It's a bit of a bitzer, but we managed to find a tub, an immaculate cab, and a fresh chassis running on GQ Patrol running gear. We spent the last few episodes reassembling it after paint, and we came across a massive issue when we first fired the engine. There was a bad knock, and we discovered that there was a faulty lifter that had collapsed. This is where we pick things up, reassembling the engine with the fresh lifter set.
Oh, rightio, good morning guys. You notice anything different? Shaved up for Movember, gotta show the mow off. I actually had big handlebars last night, but I couldn't bring myself to wearing them here this morning. Anyways, it's enough of my personal life. Back to the Patrol. So, lifters showed up, head gaskets showed up, new head studs showed up as well. We just did it all. Didn't heat cycle, so apparently you can reuse head gaskets if it didn't fully heat cycle, but just not willing to take that risk after what we had happen. Quite a catastrophic failure, could have been solved very easily, so we're not going to let that happen again. New lifters have been bathing in oil over the weekend because we were just down at the Keep It Reet event. Let's set you up on a tripod. New buckets as well, new lifters, head studs, gaskets, everything we need. Done me research on lifters. This is what I've come to the conclusion on. Lifters have a little hole for the oil feed. Apparently it doesn't matter where it goes, but a lot of people will just prefer to put it forward because that's the flow of oil from front to back of the head. So we're gonna do it that way. Now, a lot of people in the comments were pretty angry that we didn't do lifters. Trust me, so was I.
So with some quick overnight parts, we managed to get some new LS7 lifters to put in the thing. Along with some fresh buckets, head gaskets, and new head bolts from ARP, we managed to get the thing reassembled within a day or two. It's a shame we couldn't reuse the head bolts, but they do stretch after the first time you use them.
All right, they're torqued to ARP's spec. Sweaty bloody job that is. Anyways guys, I want to show you a little trick. I don't think many people know this, but if you're pretty much any unit of measurement conversion or unit in general, if you need a conversion like just that, I needed to do foot pounds to Newton meters. A lot of the times I have to do inches to centimeters. All right, so if you go into your calculator, you got your regular calculator here. Let's try and get that in focus for everyone. So if you go down and press on your calculator, you can actually turn off and on convert, and then you can look up the units that you need. So you might need like, you can literally go like calories to kilojoules, into the centimeters, any, like even currency as well. So this is just super handy. I just press foot pound for that one, change that to Newton meter, and then you can just type in like say 56 foot pound or 100 foot pound, and it gives you your Newton meter reading. Anyways, I'm gonna throw this other head back on. You know what I love about oh, okay, I'll stop rambling. Mate, shut up.
It was time for the final section for the rocker gear. You do a little inspection with the push rods to make sure that there's no crap inside so oil can flow up properly. We've already done trunnion upgrade on these rockers. They're good to go. It was the last stage of reassembly before firing the engine. Bloody hell, Mitchell, me bloody lawns are getting long. One thing I hate more than washing dishes is mowing lawns, and the guys at Mammotion have said they were gonna send me something and it just arrived. And before we go look at it, here's one of the sections that I've just kind of let grow. Coming into summer in Queensland, you gotta cut this shit once, maybe twice a week. I've got 5 acres here, it's out of control. So let's go show you what I just got. This, guys, is a robot, AI, satellite, whatever you want to call it, lawnmower. You know those ones that you get where it's like, you get the vacuum cleaner that roams around your house? It's like that for lawns, so perfect. I'm gonna rip it open, set her up. That's right guys, we are definitely living in the year 2025. This thing looks like a Tesla. I'll tell you what, an AI robot to mow my lawns, you're joking. It's lucky we're called Built Not Bought here because you got to assemble the thing, which is also quite fun. Wait, I just found something. This looks like a GoPro stick. It's probably got a camera on it or something. So yeah guys, we'll get this thing assembled. Once it's set up, we'll show you how it works. So we unboxed the rest of the stuff ready to assemble it, did a quick flex test as usual, and we got the thing on the grass ready to start mowing. It was a super simple setup. Alrighty guys, so I was going to show you setting it up, but it's done and it's already going. Oh my God. So all I had to do was set up the docking station with a little satellite dish, just use my phone like a little remote control, drive the perimeter of this section of lawn. It maps it as area 1. I got another one over there which I can do later, and we're just going to let it run. So I obviously made the grass super long, and really tall sections it might think it's a tree or a pot plant and it'll go around that, but we'll see what it does, and then I might have to just do a quick mow with a proper mower, and then it can maintain from there. But some cool things on the app, super easy to set up. Once it was going, here it shows 5% of the area has been mowed. It'll take another 30 minutes. You can hit first person view, and if I'm bloody somewhere else at someone else's house, you can jump on here on the Wi-Fi and see a live video of what it's mowing and how the grass is looking. How cool is that? So pretty sick bit of kit. I tell you what, the guys overseas that design and build this stuff, robotics, they bloody know what they're doing. So if you want to check one out, there'll be a link down below. I'll chuck a QR code here, but stick around for later in the episode and I'll show you the end result of how this thing looks, how the grass looks at the end of it.
Rightio guys, so we've reassembled, got oil in, got coolant in. Now I'm pretty sure I've done everything right. Sam's actually gone to hospital. He's not doing too well. So I'm gonna try and start this thing on my own here. Don't know what that noise was. All right, so we got oil pressure, that's good. Big backfire though, I don't know what that was about. Okay, it's very rattly. It's very rattly and it's stalling. Really, really hoping this is gonna work. Also, I can't call Sam for advice because I don't want to stress him out, the poor fucking heart's not even working. Imagine if I tell him the motor's rattling. Oh my fucking god. So I'm gonna fix this myself.
That's right guys, so I did unfortunately end up in hospital. It's just a bit of an irregular heartbeat I've had for years now, but we were able to capture it on the ECG so the doctors and nurses could have a look at it and tell me how to kind of move forward with it. So nothing too bad, but I got the right medication now and I just got to sort of take it easy for a little bit. We'll be back onto the channel soon.
Fucking come on, God! Let's fucking go! Whoa! Whoa! Rightio, so we've ripped the rocker covers off. Oil is at the top of all of the rockers, so oil's been coming up through the push rods, which means lifters have been primed properly. That's why it was a little bit rattly when it first started. I think I just had to get all the oil up. It's running lean as, like so lean right now because obviously it's untuned. We're close. Nearing the end, guys. Let's fucking get there. All right, guys, quick brief break in the episode for something actually quite important. So sitting next to me is Austin. He's from 3 Blokes Running. I'll just let him introduce quickly on what he does.
Alright, so basically what we do, myself and 2 of my mates run kilometers, do physical challenges, stuff like that to raise money for men's mental health. And we've actually partnered up with the Movember Foundation this year. And yeah, we're supporting them as much as we can.
We jumped in with a quick little run this morning down in Calandra and did a quick 5K to show our support and help him out with his challenge. If you guys would like to support him directly, you can follow him on Instagram, or you can even donate to their QR code, or we'll have the link in the description as well. Anything helps. We appreciate your guys' support, and we'll get back to the video. Rightio, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday we got the big girl running. Let's move that camera up because it's way too low. Sweet, so yesterday we got the GQ running, and now it's time to do heat management. So there's a lot of things we've got to do for heat management because there's just so much temps in that bay. So we've got a lot of heat shield products, we've got some exhaust wraps, and we're going to wrap this section here down because that's where you pass clutch, brake, master, everything. So I've already gone and heat sheathed the brake lines. Now I'm going to heat wrap this exhaust. So we'll show you how to do that today and a few little tips and tricks to save yourself. All right, so first of all, we went and got our heat wrap. There's a couple different sizes you can get. For this application, we're gonna use the wider one. Now you wanna soak this, we got this from ProFlow as well, by the way. So first of all, you're gonna wanna soak this in water. That's to stop you getting so much fiberglass and shit on your fingers. And bang, that's that section heat wrapped. Now we're gonna get our stainless steel zip ties and put them around. And I'll show you a little trick that I learned on TikTok the other day, actually. To do up these stainless steel zip ties, cut a slot in a 1/4 inch extension, and you can put it in the end and turn it like that, and it tensions the zip tie. You can use the proper tool, but we don't have that. So that's just a cheap solution for that.
Okay, I do actually have a stainless steel zip tie tightener thing. Mitch just couldn't find it. Anyway, job done, looks good.
It's now time to get it ready to drive. So I'm super excited about this, but one thing I really need to make sure I have good is brakes. So we've got our SP Tools brake bleeder here. So this is really good, super handy if you're by yourself, which like today, I'm at the shop by myself, so I don't have anyone to give me a hand. These are about 150, 200 bucks. Worth it if you ask me. Save you, shouting you made a carton of beer every time you need to bleed your brakes up. Rightio guys, so we have fitted our tail lights and now we're gonna wire them up. I haven't even mentioned where we got these from. You can get these tail lights from Curry's Customs. He's actually a mate of mine, lives here on the sunny coast, has a lighting business. So if you are chasing these are actually for chimneys. So if you do have a chimney, they're a pretty sick accessory. And they've got a weird mounting setup on the back, which I just had to make a bracket for, but I'm pretty sure more 4x4 as well. The guys that did Max DIY tray kit, they do mounts for these so you can put them on trays and stuff that picks up the weird mounts. So we're gonna wire these in now because I've just done a few tests, found out which wire is which, wire them in. We've bled the brakes and we've only pretty much got a few things to go. I think tomorrow afternoon we'll be driving this thing. So quite exciting.
The next day.
Good morning, you legends. It's a very exciting day. Now, I'll tell you why. We're driving this thing, the Sabi. I was met with an ultimatum last night. It was either get a shorter belt, don't run power steering for the test drive, or make a power steering line. I try and stay away from making power steering lines. I know AN 300 series PDFE stainless steel hose is rated to like 4,000 PSI, so it doesn't matter, you can make power steering line. I just usually like having, I don't know, someone else to blame.
I do have to agree with Mitch here. I normally like to use proper hydraulic hose for power steering, especially when running something like 37-inch tires. But in this case, we're gonna see how it goes.
Okie dokie, it's time. I just ran an alternator cable, did the power steering lines. Now we're actually gonna bring the front up and bleed the power steering properly, and then we can finally take it for a drive. I've got a few of the boys here giving me a hand, doing some filming and just chipping in a little bit, so it's quite exciting. Got brakes. Brakes are squeaking. Struggling a bit here. Move axle, fuck ya. To tell you I'm pretty happy is an understatement, eh? Woo! I've done everything right. That sounded cool. Well, I'm super excited. So now I'm gonna do a flex test and make sure we're clearancing everything. So we'll just grab the forky, flex it up, test out, and then drive it back up to the shed. Definitely needs a tune, 100%. When you gave it a football, it cuts out. So it needs just that, obviously, timing and learning and a lot of stuff. So let's get the forky and flex her up.
Many months in the making, guys. We can finally peel the wrap off this thing and call it almost finished. Quick little flex up to see how the suspension's looking, and then we're gonna run down to Superior Engineering for a tweak up. Damn, we're getting close.
All right, guys, so now we're gonna flex it up, see what hits and trim to suit. It's still got sway bars in, so there we go. We're hitting something. It's hitting mud flap, everything else is sweet, but bump stops have to come down heaps.
I don't wanna, no, I don't wanna keep playing with you, I just wanna, yeah, I just wanna sustain with you, play no games with you, you're the apple in my eye, every time make you leave, make me cry, meant to be, that's why it always feels on time, you'll forever be my purity, you're mine.
Alrighty, guys. All right, as promised, we're gonna check on the mower. It's been running for probably like 40 minutes, I reckon. And we'll see how the lawn looks. It's just got a notification saying it's heading back to home, so it looks like job done. It's done bloody good, eh? I thought it would have had a few little lines and streaks where it's like missed bits, and you guys remember at the start how it looked. I let it fully grow like this, and it's actually chopped it down pretty nicely. You can see the pattern that it's done. So I think what I found it did is it kind of did a heap of patterns on the inside, but left the border to the very end, and then had done a couple of traces around the outside. Super quiet too. You can run this thing at night. So if you want to check them out, I'll put a QR code here. Go have a look, but I'm hoping this thing lasts a long time because it's pretty much taken that chore off my hands now. No more mowing lawns. I've mapped out the second one, so I'll see how that goes. Maybe give an update in another video, but for this, it's worked perfect. Go check them out. Mammotion AI robot. Alrighty guys, good morning. It is early, bloody 6:30 a.m. It's not like me, but we're here at Superior Engineering, leaving the car with the boys today, so I thought I'd round out this episode with a bit of content here. Just a quick nut and bolt. Obviously we've got to get this ride height sorted. We're probably going to bring the front down a little bit to get it level again, and just go through the whole thing, make sure all the nuts and bolts are good, so a few little bits and pieces that are missing, and then a wheel alignment to set the pan hards, all the diffs sorted, and obviously steering as well. Make sure everything's tight and good to go before we start looking at engineering and things like that. Superior Engineering is the leaders when it comes to four-wheel drive suspension. They've spent years developing these kits, and the GU and GQ Patrol is one of their most common vehicles they've worked with. They know these things inside and out, so the kit in this car is second to none. Alright guys, so behind me we got Jacob just doing a quick nut and bolt, and then we're going to be doing a wheel alignment as well. Now I quickly want to talk about the engineering side of things, which has been a pain in the butt because recently the rules have changed. So the government has, I think it's to do with the way that the tyres are now measured by the government. I don't know whether it's to do with metric, imperial, who knows, but that has changed the law. So now 4" and 35s is no longer legal on a patrol. I can't believe it. So we're running the 33s on this. The kit's changed. Turns out the suspension's sitting at about 2" anyway. So we've ended up with a 2" and 33s, which is fine. It still looks great. It's gonna work. But for you guys out there that do have a registered engineered 4" and 35s kit in your patrol, that's still valid, which means the value of those four-wheel drives have just gone through the roof. If anyone wants to buy my GU, 120 grand, no worries. So we're doing the wheel alignment. There's a couple of things. We've just got to switch around some sway bar links. They were put on the wrong way, tighten some bunch of stuff, and then the wheel alignment's just setting all your pan hard so your diff sits in the correct track. That's all right. The idea of today was a quick nut and bolt, so we're gonna get some new parts on there. We also got some new front shocks to raise the height a little bit. A bit of R&D. The guys worked out that the stainless steel covers on the billet control arms can cause corrosion down the track, so we're swapping out the bash plates for some aluminium ones so they suit them and won't cause any corrosion. Alrighty, so Jacob is just finishing up the last little bit of the wheel alignment here. We've had most of the day just going through everything, making sure every nut and bolt is perfect. It's looking good. The alignment's sweet, the pan hards are set, so it's pretty much finishing off the rest of the car now. Now, next episode on this, I don't know if it'll be next week, but probably the week after, is the dyno tune. So we head down to Kent from High Torque Performance and tune the thing up. We do have flex fuel in this, so it'll be a 98 tune and an E85 tune, and then a bit of a blend of both. So we'll run you through some of the process of that. It's pretty cool. And then after that, we'll let you know if engineering gets passed. So this is the first stage, making sure the suspension is good to go. And then once we've got the tune and that sorted and the car's running and reassembled, we can get the engineering done. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next episode. But make sure to subscribe.